So the other day I saw the word Karada written in this way and this way in back-to-back sentences in the book I was reading. Differences in kanji used for the same word like this have always interested me, and the differences in this case are not as big as you might think. This Karada is the official Joyo Kanji reading. You can think of Joyo Kanji as the baseline for literacy in Japan. It's all the kanji that most high schoolers should know, and the government has to restrict their use of kanji to just the kanji in the Joyo Kanji. So any government document will only have Joyo Kanji in it. This also means that for the most part, this is the only type of kanji you're going to see in the news. Although, of course, this may differ. There's going to be names that have different kanji that aren't Joyo Kanji and other things. But for the most part, you're going to see Joyo Kanji in the news, and you'll only see Joyo Kanji in government documents, official ones. So that means it's a pretty important category when you're trying to choose what kanji you're going to use for a word. So once again, the official Joyo Kanji for Karada, which means body, is this one. Now, Karada, using this kanji, can refer to both human bodies and animal bodies, and also the body of just objects. This one uses two kanji. The first one is mi, which is used for oneself, somebody, or person, and the next one is the same as the Joyo Kanji for Karada, Karada. Now, the official reading for this word is shintai, shintai, but it's often read as Karada in novels and in other places. In other compounds, though, it's always read as shintai. For example, shintai noryoku, which means physical ability. But on its own, it will often be read as Karada, particularly in novels. Now, something different about this one from just Karada is that this one only refers to animals and human bodies. You're not going to use this one for the objects, like the body of an object or something like that. You'll also often see this one in medical literature, usually read as shintai in that case. But anyway, it'll be used when talking about specific body parts or the physical body of a patient or organs, things like that. What's important to know here is that Karada is not a Joyo Kanji reading for this word. So often in books and stuff, it'll actually have the furigana, Karada, next to this word because it's not an official reading for it. But pretty much everyone knows it, so it is common. So what should you use? Well, it's really up to you. It doesn't really matter unless you're talking about the body of an object, not a person or an animal. If you're talking about that, then you're gonna need to use just tai, just Karada, just the single kanji. You can't use shintai for that. But if you see it in a book and it's written as shintai, it could be read as Karada or it could be shintai. It doesn't really matter, but just know that it can be read as Karada. Now, what about in a common phrase like o karada ni ki o tsukete? This is the common set phrase that means please take care of yourself or please take care of your body. Now, you'll see this written with both this one and this one. Now, in general, this is in general, it's not an actual rule. In general, using just this kanji will be reserved for people close to you, friends, family, things like that, while this kanji is considered more polite and used in a public setting when talking to people that are not close to you or when writing to people who are not close to you. But this is not a rule. It's not like a, set in stone type of thing. It's just a general rule of thumb. So in the end, you can use whichever you'd like, and you may see both in various situations. So this video will go into details on the subtlety of another word that uses a different kanji if it's out. If you're watching this on day one, I haven't made that video yet, but if it's a couple weeks later, you're probably seeing the next one in the series. And if you're just getting started with Japanese, check out our beginner to intermediate course on tokiniandy.com.